In our busy world, catching those Z's is more important than ever. If you're struggling with falling asleep or waking up or just feeling rested through the day, you may need help. Enter Hatch Restore, an intelligent sleep assistant device that combines a sound machine, sunrise alarm, smart light, meditation aid, and alarm clock to help you fall asleep, stay asleep, and wake up feeling great. In this hands-on review, I'll explore Hatch Restore's features, how it works, what you might need to pay on top of the purchase price to get the most from it, and who should consider it. I'll hit on its pros and its cons and answer common questions about it, and then I'll wrap things up by telling you whether I think it is a worthwhile investment or not. Setting up Hatch Restore doesn't take long. Plug the device in and download the Hatch Sleep app, and using the app, you'll connect your Restore to Wi-Fi, and this will automatically set the time for you based on your current location. No fiddling with multiple buttons to manually set the hours and minutes. There are just a couple of buttons on the device for quick access to common things like silencing your alarm or adjusting the volume or brightness. All the buttons are intuitive and easy to understand. The first thing I realized during the setup process that actually surprised me is that taking full advantage of Hatch sleep tools will come at an extra cost. Hatch immediately wants you to sign up for a monthly or yearly subscription for its curated sleep content. Hatch charges $6.49 Canadian or about $5 US per month, or $61 Canadian or $50 US per year to access its full library of sleep sounds, music, meditations, and sleep stories. Now, if you opt not to pay for the services, you are getting an extremely limited experience with this device. While Hatch does offer a free trial, and you get a 1-week trial if you enable the monthly billing or a 30-day trial if you enable the yearly billing, you will be required to sign up using your Apple Pay via the Apple App Store, meaning that you will automatically start getting billed after your trial unless you remember to cancel it. I personally hate having to do that since I think it is a sneaky way to get monthly payments. Even so, for the benefit of this review, I did enable the free trial and I set a calendar appointment reminding me to cancel it. While Hatch doesn't make it easy, you can opt out of the paid subscription service and just use the small amount of free sound effects that are available. I used the free version for about 10 days and found that Library of Sounds did have enough options for me to make it worthwhile, but you don't get things like sleep stories or meditations as part of the free version. Here I will also point out that the Hatch Sleep app isn't intuitive to navigate. If you don't set your routines during the setup process when prompted, it does take some looking to kind of figure it out. Similarly, it's not clear where all the extra sleep sounds, stories, and meditations live inside the app. It's in Library if you're looking. Plus, if you want to fall asleep to a meditation or a story, you can't just choose one. You have to browse those options first in the Library tab and then choose Add to Unwind, making it part of a sleep routine instead of just listening to it once. With that said, once you find your way around the app, there are many sleep options for paid subscribers. Now, one of the questions I always get asked when I review alarm clocks and similar devices is, can I adjust the clock brightness? I am happy to say that you can, and it's incredibly easy. It's a setting that can be found on your home screen by clicking on the gear icon and then choosing My Restore. Click into the clock display and you'll see a slider that allows you to not only adjust the brightness, but choose 24-hour versus 12-hour clocks, or even turn the display off if you prefer. I have to say I appreciate that level of customization because everyone is really quite different when it comes to their sleep preferences. Hatch will ask you during the setup process to set up a variety of different routines, including options called Unwind, Sleep, and Wake. Now, Unwind allows you to essentially run white noise and a lighting feature to help you fall asleep. The sleep routine is if you have trouble staying asleep, you can turn on a variety of white noise effects, and that should help blur background or ambient sound that might be disturbing your sleep. The wake routine is meant to set alarms for certain days of the week at any time you want, and you can choose whether to wake up with a variety of sounds or simulated sunrise effects. Though it may not seem like it at a glance, the built-in light on Hatch Restore is extremely customizable. It can dim down to an incredibly low brightness or get really bright. It also boasts about 24 different colors that it can display too, which is actually one of my favorite features. I prefer warm light in the bedroom, so being able to set a nightlight in pink, orange, or yellow gives me a little bit of light when needed without the blazing wake up. The light colors, by the way, can only be set or adjusted using the Hatch Sleep app. Hatch Restore has over 30 different white noise sounds in its library, including natural sounds like birds or crickets, as well as a variety of water sounds, plus more human things like a fan or a dishwasher running if you prefer that. I used the Hatch Restore for about 3 weeks here in my home. I will admit that having tried numerous specialty sleep-wake devices, I do know already that I like this technology a lot. I can say getting the Hatch Restore set up was quick and easy, and I do like the variety of both the sleep and the wake options. I chose to try out several different sleep routines and a couple of different wake-ups. For my sleep routines, I chose white noise and warm light. I can have it run until I choose to shut that sleep feature off, which is great if you're reading, or I can set it up with a timer to stop it if I'm going to drift off with it running. I really like the sleep feature overall, and I found that it really does help me relax and fall asleep better. One of the features I didn't quite understand very well until a couple of weeks in is that every time you create a preset sleep option in the app, you're actually creating a step in a sleep routine. So while you might see several sleep, sound, and light options on the homepage of your app, those aren't presets or favorites, but steps that will play in order the next time you go to sleep. You can skip a step by tapping the top button on the Restore here. Once I figured this out, it was fine, but a feature the app should have, in my opinion, is the ability to create a list of favorites that you can call up quickly for one-at-a-time use. Now, let's move on to the wake-up features. I find sunrise alarms very helpful in creating a more gentle wake-up environment. While I really liked the sunrise lighting feature on Hatch Restore, I did find the audio quality actually kind of made me grumpy. Waking up to scratchy and kind of tinny sounding birds and chirping was not the most pleasant wake up, if I'm being honest. The speaker isn't great quality, it's adequate and that's it, to the point where I actually preferred to skip the sound during my wake ups altogether. Hatch Restore is clearly made to be a multi-purpose sleep and wake device. It is not meant to be a Bluetooth speaker, and it won't actually function as one for you to play your own music on. As I noted, the speaker is very thin sounding. It's not the worst alarm clock speaker I've ever had, but just so you're aware, it's not the greatest sound quality. So who would get the most from this device? I'd say people with sleep issues, and parents also come to mind. I think this would be a great gadget for kids to help establish bedtime routines. Light sleepers would probably also benefit from the white noise settings for those who are sensitive to sound or light changes when they're sleeping. If you want to use the Hatch app and the sounds or the meditation with your phone or headphones, you can, but again, doing it isn't intuitive. You need to go into each sound setting and look for the little Hatch Restore icon up there in the top right. Tap it and you'll see an option for keeping the sound on the Restore or using another device. So if you're wondering if you can use your own music or sounds with the Hatch Restore to wake yourself up, no. Hatch Restore will not function, like I said, as a Bluetooth speaker for you to listen to at any time, nor can you incorporate any of your own audio into the programs. So does it really work? For many users, myself included, the answer is a resounding yes. The fusion of sleep-promoting features and personalization options with both light and sound does help create a tailored sleep experience that can make a genuine difference in sleep quality. Overall, I did quite like my Hatch Restore experience, though I do think there are a number of things to be aware of just so that you know exactly what you're getting and not getting with this device. On the pro side, I like the design and it was really easy to set up. I love falling asleep to the beautiful lighting effects and being able to listen to white noise or water sounds, as well as a variety of meditations and sleep stories means I can always find something suitable to drift off to. I definitely liked waking up to the sunrise and other lighting effects as well, but I did find the poor audio quality actually kind of bothered me. On the downside, there is very limited content available if you choose not to pay Hatch's monthly fees, so you might not be able to use the device to its full potential. Some folks might not appreciate that you do need to use your smartphone for almost any task related to the Restore, but that didn't bother me personally. Other folks may not like that you can't use your own sounds and that the device will not double as a Bluetooth speaker. Even so, I think the Hatch Restore is a great, easy-to-use sleep device that does exactly what it says it will. It helps you fall asleep and wake up better. Hatch Restore sells for about $129 US or up to $249 Canadian. You can get it, as I did, from Amazon. Of course, you could always opt for a smart colored light bulb in your bedside lamp and a subscription or free access to any number of meditation and sound machine apps on your smartphone. So check out my review of the Philips Hue Smart Lights or see how Philips' monster selling sleep-wake device compares to Hatch right now.